Hey everybody, and welcome to Geeks and Drinks. I'm Jason.
I'm Jordan.
This week...
Stop doing that. I just realized every time we filmed an episode, hi! The only problem is, this hand is incredibly off camera. So I wave and it does nothing. Yeah, you can wave. I try to wave with this hand, it's... whatever.
Should we start that over?
No, we've gone too far.
Alright. This week we're going to recap stuff that we didn't cover last episode on D23. We have some questionable stuff by Disney. And also some really cool stuff by Disney. Yes, this episode is sponsored by Disney, I wish. Or else we get, tons
Get that
of money.
Disney money.
Where they pay us, not really pay us, but more so I still pay them to go to their theme parks, and I still talk about it. I guess
It's
so.
all you, man. You
Yeah.
pay for that shit.
Yeah, I know. One day we will get you to do it. No? But D23, we went last weekend. We went on the Saturday. It was interesting. One, because I massively underestimated the power of the Disney fan. Because we're thinking, okay, let's see, the live action stuff, so the Star Wars and Marvel stuff.
Okay, I don't even blame us for that one. That wasn't... Okay, because we were told the lineup starts at 7.
Yes.
We got there at like 7:05, and then we just started seeing people pour out of this auditorium-ish area.
Yep.
With like sleeping bags and mats and shit like that. We're like, the fuck's going on? It's like, oh, those are the people who did the overnight line.
We see the sign.
What
for the
overnight light? Or overnight line? Whatever, I've been drinking. But we were like, what the fuck? We were told 7 o'clock. We're like, no, well, that was the plan, but when everyone was here, we figured, why not? I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't have told us?
Yeah.
Had I had known that, I would have camped out.
Yeah. We would have, brought some drinks, brought some, entertainment. We would have been good for...
It's not like I don't own a flask or two.
Or 7.
Two. I
We
had
would have
3,
made it
but I got
happen.
one, yeah.
Yeah, but either way, we would have made it happen.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we get downstairs into the overflow line, and we sat there for maybe 20 minutes, and we're going...
The overflow line was the same size as the line for people guaranteed to get in.
Yeah. There was no way for us to get in.
But then we actually walked into the actual convention, and it was okay.
Yeah, I was told that it was a drastic improvement from last time, 2 years ago.
I like that you wanted to say last year, but because it's...
It's every other year, yeah. I didn't go last time, but I was actually pretty impressed with what they had set up inside for this year. There was a lot of thought going into the areas for the design for all the Disney stuff, at least. It wasn't just like small stage, maybe 2 lights, and we'll call that a stage. It was full production style.
Well, there was the one stage where no one gave a shit about.
Over by like
right when we walked in, it's like, let's play some Disney trivia. No.
And those people on stage still failed miserably.
I feel like you should screen more when you do something like that. But
yeah.
we also got to see a bunch of cool Pixar stuff. They were passing out like the little Pixar balls.
Mm-hmm. The Pixar balls. They had a pretty big booth there. They had, I know I appreciated all the John Lasseter collection. Of,
the shirts.
shirts,
that was cool.
To which I found out, yes, they actually are available for purchase, but
Like what, $300?
I have no idea how expensive they are. But they're not going to be like $20. I can guarantee you that.
Although they did look very much like brought to you by Tommy Bahama.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, when you get John Lasseter to enough power to the point where he's like, every movie that I'm going to help make, I'm going to commission a shirt for it, and then we're going to turn that into something we can sell.
Well, he seems like the kind of guy who probably did it for shits and giggles, and then it turned into...
He did it for himself.
Someone's
then,
like, oh, we could probably sell these and make decent money. Whatever. That's cool.
Just go do it. It's fine. Let the fans have it.
Can I have approval to make sure we're not producing shit? Yeah. We're still allowed to do this, right? Whatever. You basically own my ass.
True. The little Star Wars bit was cool, seeing all the costumes, a couple of the props. It was cool seeing the Chrome Trooper. Then there was Shanghai Disneyland, which we came in there for one thing and one thing only, which was Tron.
The Tron motorcycle ride, or light cycle ride.
Even the mock-up that they had there, and the videos that they were showing, makes me want to book a flight to fucking Shanghai right now.
Not that much, but...
For me, it was.
I wish we were getting that here.
Oh, it'd be great if we were
get rid of rocket rods. That shit lasted like a month and a half.
Yeah. But look at it this way. Maybe you consider Shanghai as testing ground for something that can come over here stateside. But given the fact of the major news that came out at the end of the live action panel and what they further went into with the parks panel, which was Star Wars Land is coming to Disneyland and Walt Disney World. 1, we all saw this coming.
Mm-hmm.
2, it's about damn time. But 3, I'm surprised at the size they're talking about.
As hyped as I am, because we all kind of saw this coming when Disney bought Lucas.
Oh yeah, there was already talks at that point of, would you like a Star Wars land? Yes, obviously.
More importantly, I want them to do more shit for Indy. I want to see some more Indiana Jones shit.
In due time, I'm sure that'll actually happen. It needs to happen sooner rather than
I
later.
mean, Florida got a fucking weird live action show.
Yeah, the stunt show.
We have our ride, but I want more.
Yeah. We definitely need
Wrong,
more.
I love Star Wars, but
yeah.
Indy just kind of slightly higher for me.
That's why I was kind of hoping that they were going to announce, like, you know, the Hollywood land or that movie backdrop area for the Disneyland expansion, because they could do Star Wars and then Marvel and, you know, Indiana Jones and whatnot.
Also, let me clarify. Star Wars is still like the superior one, but Indy just comes close.
Just very close.
I just realized my phrasing. I was going to have any of my friends be like, the fuck you mean Star Wars is not as good as Indy?
You know they will.
I clarified myself.
But yeah, so it is going to be Star Wars Land. It is going to be pretty damn huge. They're talking 14 acres. Very, very huge. It's the biggest single land expansion that they've ever done in any of their parks. This coincides with what we were talking about, I think, last week, or we were just talking about amongst ourselves, about Disney purchasing that land right behind the hotels across Harbor Boulevard.
Yeah.
So they're going to move all of TDA, Team Disney Anaheim, all the office buildings over there, and that whole section, which you and I have walked back there, you know, being former cast members.
It didn't seem like that much.
It didn't seem like that much, but at the same time, though, you take the buildings out of the way.
But that was something we did discuss off film, though.
Yes.
Was what they might end up doing is basically having it like Fantasyland. Because Fantasyland is fucking huge at Disneyland, but it doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't seem like it at all.
It's one long stretch of land. It's not one big chunk.
Right.
Like, say, Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland's just one large chunk.
Right.
Adventureland, it's kind of one smallish chunk. And then you have, like, Critter Country. Like, everything else is small little chunks.
Right.
But Fantasyland is probably even the biggest land probably in the fucking park. But the only thing is, it doesn't seem like it just because it's one long strip.
Right. Which also begs the question at that point, what gets demolished in place of an opening for that back area? A lot of people thought Toontown was going to go by the wayside. Apparently that's not going to be the case. It's the
It's the backside right there where the ranch shit is.
the ranch, the barbecue, that's going away.
Yeah.
That
you
closes
kind of have
in-
to. You know who fucking uses that at the Disneyland? Special events. You're wrong. I love special events. I loved my time there. But nobody uses Big Thunder Ranch.
No one ever does.
Most people don't even know it fucking exists.
The last time anybody had a major thing happen back there was, remember when they had the
Quasimodo show?
The Quasimodo show, yeah.
But even then, that's still there. Like that stage.
That stage is
last
still
I worked
there, yeah.
Stage still there.
Yeah, the stage is still there. The lights are still there. Most of the props are probably backstage.
That's
It's the same thing like the Princess Theater. No, where they have like the Disney Magical Hat show now. In the back, right by the
By the train?
by the train. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just the Fantasyland Theater.
Sometimes I forget that's still there.
Or the Princess Fair.
Princess Fair, yeah.
Because it's
that's
the
what I was
Princess Fair, but it's the Snow White Theater or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Because they used to do that there.
There are times where I forget that part's even there. It's just that section of Disney that's not really well traveled. Not a lot of people know about it,
Well, I think it's just because we got older, we don't have a reason to go to Toontown.
yeah, true. When Toontown first opened
And
up,
let's be honest, when you go to the park with my sister, or when we've gone to the park, how often are we the ones going, dude, you know what we should hit up? Toontown? No.
no,
Or let's go hit up, it's a small, no.
No.
Anything past, like, the teacups, unless you're making that right-hand turn to go towards Matterhorn, or we have no need to go back there.
true. The closest we've gotten back there was staying right at that spot, right by Teacups. That was for a parade. Anything beyond that,
But you know what I mean? Like, if they get rid of Big Thunder Ranch,
yeah,
because nobody uses it,
yep,
I mean, it's sad, because that's kind of where they have all the horses and shit. Even if they don't get rid of it, They can still have, there's that entrance right there. Just get rid of the shit that you're not using, that they usually use for the banquets, for special events.
Right.
You can open all that up and just have it curve out around in the back of Toontown, and then come all the way back. So that's how you can catch all that bit of TDA.
Sure.
And you can have it take all that extra room.
Here's the thing, though. They're going to have to figure out some way of widening all the access paths to that. Because, let's face it, the 2 paths you have, one is from Fantasyland. You could fit maybe 7 across. And then you have the one from right by Big Thunder Mountain.
You can still leave that there. Because remember, there's that down tunnel. Because
Right.
literally,
Yeah,
you
that's
can leave
right.
that strip
Yeah.
there. Because that's what connects it's right there but by the bathroom and like
Uh-huh.
the drinking fountain. You can leave that there. There's that down path that connects the Princess Fair, which, like I said, they can leave that
They can
there.
leave that there.
And have that continue out.
True.
Because that would connect out to Ox Road where they would get their deliveries.
But again, this is all massive, fan speculation because...
What you know about Disneyland layout. I know way too much from being in special events. Because that was my job. Jordan, get this from point A to point B. Also, you have 10 minutes.
Wait, what?
And there's a parade. Thanks, Disney. Thanks for turning my job into an incredibly stressful game of Crazy Taxi.
But yeah, we're all speculating because of the sole fact that...
It's nerds. It's what we do.
Yeah, we have years before this stuff comes out because
But again,
they're going to
before
close...
this was even announced, we were speculating.
This is very true. We were talking about...
When there was rumor about them buying Lucas. Oh, dude, what if we get a
Star
Star Wars
Wars
land?
land.
Where would they put that shit? They could put it in Tomorrowland.
Well, remember they were... Back in the day, they were briefly entertaining the idea of possibly doing a water park. Now where staff parking is at.
I don't remember that one, but
They were briefly considering that whole back area.
even what I know now, it's like, no, that wouldn't have worked.
No. It'd be not...
Do you think Disney wants to be liable for a bunch of janky-ass water slides?
It wouldn't even
They're
be
not
that-
Knott's Berry Farm, motherfucker, or Six
Yeah,
Flags.
God.
They're better than that.
Well, plus that's the other thing, though. I don't think Disney would want to try to create a water park that can only be used, 6 months out
Seasonally.
of the year. Yeah. They need to make their money day in, day out.
oh, they
year
understand.
round.
They can just turn shit over.
Yeah. Before we move on real quick, the
Like,
beer
they
we're
need those
drinking
gimmicks.
today is a Blood Orange Wit from Refuge Brewery. Brewery, I guess I can say it.
Whatever, you've been drinking.
Drinking.
It's not bad. It probably tastes better if it wasn't hot as balls.
Yeah. It is also, 90 degrees in this room right now, so.
89.
Yeah, okay, it's getting colder, but when we first stepped in here, it was 95, so it is what it is. But yeah, so Star Wars Land, 14 acres. They're gonna have 2 new attractions. One is a fight between the Resistance and the Empire. The other is you get to either pilot or be something that has to do with the Millennium Falcon. Maybe it's the Kessel Run. I have no idea.
That'd be legit.
That'd be awesome. I mean, they're
Because
all
even then, the Kessel Run, it's like made it in 12 parsecs. That's not time.
That's not time, that's
distance.
distance on that, so we'll have to figure something out. They already announced they're updating Star Tours to go along with The Force Awakens, so they have it set up now so they can do that. They don't need to worry about the hardware. They just need
They're
to
laying
focus on...
so many seeds.
Oh, yeah. They're only doing some minor Marvel things for the main part that before Disney bought Marvel, Marvel had sold the rights for theme parks of their characters, their properties, to Universal, hence the Islands of Adventure. So that's not going to go away anytime soon, so it makes sense that Disney decided to go full bore with Star Wars Land rather than try to fit some sort of Marvel stuff in there.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that in the future. They did announce a number of other things, though, for other theme parks. One for Orlando, which is Toy Story Land.
Oh, that's only going to Orlando?
That's only Orlando.
Damn,
It's not coming here.
Like I said, I thought they were going to get rid of Bug's Life.
Oh, God, it'd be so nice if they would, because no one does anything with Bugs Land anymore. I remember working...
They tried to make it relevant.
I remember working California Adventure, back when it was just the Bugs Life theater thing.
Dude, you tried to make a movie where, like, one of the main voice actors is Dave Foley. You're wrong. I love Dave Foley. Man is funny. But on that same token, anyone who probably watched this is saying, who the fuck is Dave Foley?
Yeah.
Only you and I would be like, oh, yeah, he's a thing. I mean, who else? You had...
I mean, they shut it down for a while so they could use it as a preview area for Ant-Man before it came out.
I mean, it makes sense, but...
It does make sense, but at the same time, really.
I like that I'm just now hearing about this. That would have actually got me to go to the Buckland.
Well, they had the suit set up there, like we saw it at D23. There's gonna be a roller coaster as well. I crop
dusted a guy there. All right, again, we film nerd shit like this, so I can't really bitch or belittle others. But when a guy is sitting there, basically, all right, fans, I think he called him some weird name. I wasn't really paying attention because I was too busy trying to hold back laughter. But like he was sitting there just like in front of the Ant-Man suit, like filming himself with his iPhone.
That guy, yeah.
And he was just hanging out there the entire time. Like, I want to walk up and actually see the thing, possibly take a photo.
Yeah.
So I quickly like walked into like his shot for a second and just let out a good one. And then just walked.
Is that why?
And then just walked behind and around him. Just so he's like, oh, okay. And then he took off to the other side to go look at, I think it was like Jack Sparrow costume.
Something like that, yeah.
No, it was the Hulkbuster fist. That was what's on the other side. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, thank God. I can handle my own brand like I think anybody can. Like, everyone appreciates their own brand over others. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, we smelled some... If you have a good fart, you can smell it and be like, ooh, that's a good one.
That's a bit tasty right there.
Yeah. But, you know, if it's not your own, it's like, dude, what's wrong with you? Just immediate hatred for that person. But...
it works well.
That was D23. I farted on someone.
Other things they talked about real quick. Star Wars Rogue One, they announced the cast. One actor of note, Alan Tudyk, is going to be...
King Candy.
No, he's not going to be King Candy.
He should be.
He should be.
I mean, C-3PO is pretty gay, just the same thing. He'll be a different gay robot.
Have some candy.
Yeah. Come on, he probably has a fanny pack where he just keeps candy in there.
I don't know how candy will help them try to acquire the plans of the Death Star.
Maybe Vader's a huge fan of, Abba's Abbas. I don't fucking know.
It's not a little, communication device right here. It's it's a little mini fridge.
He just has a little fanny pack down there. And he goes, hey, you want some candy? She starts passing out Skittles. Or Starburst. I don't fucking know.
Who knows?
I don't know what kind of cool candy they have out there.
Yeah.
They drink fucking blue milk. Who the fuck knows?
What else did they announce there? Alan Tudyk. He's going to be his character is actually going to be motion capture. He's not going to be showing his face, which was surprising, but he could pull it off.
Is it surprising? When was the last time you saw his face in something that wasn't Con Man?
All right.
Come on, his most notable face roles is fucking Steve the Pirate and Firefly.
I like Firefly.
I love both of those things. But I'm just saying. If you say Alan Tudyk and people are like, who the hell's that? Oh, he was King Candy. What?
King
he also
Candy
did this
and
voice.
Wreck-It
And he did this
He
voice.
was also the Duke of Wesselton in Frozen.
Okay.
He was
but
also...
you see what I mean? Like, you can name voice acting shit that's all he's predominantly done. Although, didn't he do Purgatory or some shit like that?
Something like that.
He did one of those shows on ABC. But again, I didn't really watch it. But usually you have to tell people his name is basically, it's Steve the Pirate, for people who aren't nerds.
Yeah.
Or if they are nerds, you can mention Wash.
Wash, yeah.
Why doesn't Captain Mel take the Firefly out anymore? Or the Serenity out anymore? Because it needs a wash. Needs a Goram wash.
Some other news that came out during the gaming panels, aside from Disney Infinity updates. Big Hero 6 will actually have a land, and its characters will be... you can interact with them in Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm super hyped for that.
I am actually
I'm so pissed
very
you didn't
hyped.
tell me.
I know.
Because I saw it and I was like so hyped. I'm like, Jason didn't tell me this. He probably doesn't know. I showed it to you and you're just like, I saw that like a few days ago. You motherfucker. You didn't decide to share?
I know. It was something that I had looked at him with like, this is amazing. And for some reason,
come on, look right there. Even the
Heartless version
Heartless
of
Baymax?
Yeah.
How is that not like the coolest looking thing ever with like the weird robotic angel
combined
feathers?
with Sora riding Baymax trying to battle it. I mean, it looks epic. But I will say this though, in my defense, it is the same situation that you have with me when you try to send me random YouTube videos. Oh, he's probably already seen it.
Fair enough.
So.
But even then, I still mention it eventually.
You did, yes, and I haven't. I apologize. I'm a horrible friend.
Yeah, as long as you know.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that's super excited. I just want them to finally fucking make it.
Yeah. Apparently there's going to be a big presentation about Kingdom Hearts 3 at D23 Tokyo later on this year.
I don't care. Just give me the fucking game.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this game since I was, I think, a junior in high school. About 2005, 2004?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2004, 4, I want to say. The internet proved me wrong if I'm incorrect.
Whatever, internet. But like I remember, like I senior year of high school, I remember thinking because they announced there's going to be a Kingdom Hearts 3, and that was like 9-10 years ago.
And they just took their sweet ass time.
No, 9 years ago. It was 9 years ago because 10 years. But it's one of those things like get off your ass and fucking make the goddamn game. Mm-hmm. The only thing I can assume is like they're so worried that the hype's not going to live up. So they're just like trying to take their time and make sure they make a good game.
Which I understand.
Which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
I would rather them do that.
Squeenix, Blizzard, and Valve. Those are the 3 companies that can delay a game almost indefinitely.
I'll say this is Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
Like, at least my equivalent, because I never played Half-Life 1 or 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say it's equal to that. It's been in the works forever. And until we finally saw some alpha gameplay footage about a year and a half ago, I always thought it would never come out. But
Pixar didn't happen, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, more live-action movies.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Because we're not getting Tron fucking 3, but, you know.
Dude, I don't mean, like, yeah, I'm upset. I mean, I'm still going to give you shit for it, even though I have no reason to.
Because you can. That's all you have to say, because you can.
Yeah, pretty much. As a white male in America, it is my right to be pissed off about things that I have no reason to be.
No reason to be pissed off about.
So, like all the live-action movies that are coming out, obviously there's Jungle Book, which was cool because in the trailer I didn't see it, so
yeah.
This is all what we have heard. Was that in it, Bill Murray will sing Bare Necessities.
Bare Necessities.
So that I'm fucking hyped for.
And apparently it looks amazing, and it got to the point where when they showed that trailer during that panel we couldn't get into, it was instant standing ovation.
Yeah, I'm assuming everyone lost their shit. I mean, I would have.
I would have too.
Because I remember you and Jess were mocking me when we saw Jungle Book, and I was singing along like a 5-year-old. Or the time at Fridays where I magically, like, what do you know? Or they're like, yeah, Bare Necessities. They knew like 2 lines of the song. And I went on to sing about half of it and stopped and just went, what? You guys don't know the rest of that song? Yeah. What you know about the Bare Necessities? And prickling a prickly pear. But one of the live-action Disney movies I'm actually moderately excited for is Night on Bald Mountain.
Yeah, this was announced a while back. A lot of people wondering what's going on.
I just thought it was a rumor, though. Like, I never...
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't going to make it past, like, the storyboard phase of things, where it's like, we had this really cool idea, guys.
What do you gotta think? Maleficent and Cinderella opened the floodgates for all of this, because now you have Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book, there's a Cruella de Vil specified movie coming out.
They did that. That was 102 Dalmatians.
Yeah. Dumbo's getting a live-action movie. Winnie the Pooh is getting a movie. Mulan's getting a movie. These are all live-action adaptations, by the way.
They better get Donny Osmond.
Yeah.
I'll make a man out of you. I can't be the only one that thought that was like a gay thing, right?
It was, yeah.
Where, you know, just like some oiled up muscly, just like, I'm gonna make a man out of you, buttercup. But yeah, no, Night on Bald Mountain, if you don't know, basically, if you had a childhood and your parents hated you, they made you watch Fantasia.
The 12-minute Chernobog sequence.
Basically, you can't even say Chernobog, that's how vague that is, because most kids fucking either fell asleep or got scared and returned that shit off.
Yeah.
Chernobog's that giant demon
devil
that just starts murdering souls in a Disney animated, like, feature. Mm-hmm. Like, they're giving that its own movie. Like,
Yeah.
That is, I can only hope that's actually going to be terrifying. Like the fact that they're making a Maleficent too.
But here's the thing, though. This Night on Bald Mountain movie, the live-action adaptation script is being written by the same people who wrote Dracula Untold.
That's fine.
So it's going to be gleefully bad.
And?
Alright.
You also have Disney who knows how to handle shit.
This is true.
So you're telling me, like, even if they make a shit script, you think Disney looks like, well, that'll pass.
No, they never let
I mean, Maleficent was balls, but that just... My favorite was I told Jess, like, one of those things where I'd, like, nerd analyzed too far. And she goes, so I saw Maleficent. I'm like, cool, is this exactly what happened? Oh, you saw it?
No.
God, no. Well, then how did you know? So I'm not fucking retarded.
Because it's Disney. They want to make... Even their villains need to have a good side.
They're trying to pull a Marvel circle, like, 10 years ago.
But remember, they got to keep the lime green. Otherwise, they're not good.
Yeah, the green light, yeah. No, but, like, remember when Marvel, like, 10 years ago, it's like all of our villains aren't bad, they're just misunderstood?
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard that, I immediately called bullshit, and I still do to this day. The only villain that's justified in their actions, Magneto.
Which part, though?
Magneto?
Yeah.
Magneto in comics. Because Magneto's gone a little iffy in the movies and other shit like that. But for the most part, Magneto just wants freedom and basically to prove that he's superior to humans, which technically they are.
Yeah,
Like, he's not wrong.
this is true.
I mean, he goes the wrong way about doing it. He's the prime example of the ends do not justify, or the means do not justify the end, and vice versa.
Sure, when he's done some pretty extreme stuff out there, like, ripping Wolverine's entire adamantium
Because
skeleton
Wolverine
out.
would have tried to murder him and stop
Yeah.
him.
And it only took up to recently that it
Oh,
was...
or in the video game. He was just awesome in that. Welcome to die. I'm so sad that's only on my old dead Xbox.
Oh, God. Yeah. But yeah, other Disney live-action animated adaptations. Pete's Dragon. Apparently there was a little trailer shown during D23, and all you saw was a little pink puffed of hair for the dragon. That's all you saw of it.
Couldn't give a rat's ass.
Yeah.
I feel bad. My grandmother gave me that. She goes, Jordan, it's a new Disney movie. This isn't new. Like, shit, I watched like 10 minutes of it and was bored. And just fucked off. And every time, like, for like a good year or two, every time I'd see her, she'd be like, oh, what'd you think of Pete's Dragon? Oh, I didn't watch it. Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be watching The Sword in the Stone.
Okay, Sword in the Stone, the animated one, fantastic. To this day,
This live-action
but dude, to this day, I will still go to Disneyland and try to pull the sword out.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the last time I went, I actually succeeded. Kinda. I may have broken it.
I was gonna say, do you know where the button's at?
No, like I legitly just walked up.
You pulled it in and probably
Like
snapped the safety.
I legitly, because of like the little. If this was like the hilt of the sword,
Right.
I grabbed like this,
Uh-huh.
and like just like in Thor 1 where he tries to lift the hammer,
Yep.
like I felt
And
my arms just basically just Super Saiyan up, and I was like, no, we will not fail this day. Because I was already a little bit drunk because we went to California Adventure first, like you do.
Yeah, like you do.
And I even put like one foot on the little stand and just.
You
And
pull it up
sure
that
enough,
3
like
inches.
it just went. Let go and watched it slide back into place. We're done. And just walked away. And this little kid next to me like almost shat his pants.
It's like,
Yeah. It's one of the few times I've been viewed as like a superhero in front of kids.
make you feel good.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, I told you, like in my apartment
I'm-
complex, because like a lot of little kids.
Right.
When my hair wasn't fucking ginger, and I always combed it to the side. When I went to an interview for MoPro. Like I had a tie and like, but I was just walking out and they just looked at me like these two little girls just running up and down the way, ran straight towards me, stopped, looked up, like in awe.
Uh-huh.
Ran the other way and just doing that weird like child chant of Superman, Superman, fly away. And I had to stop for a second. I'm like, did these kids think I'm Clark Kent? Is that what really just happened?
Hey, it could be...
I mean, worse
Okay.
things could happen, but I'm just saying.
Worse
like,
things has happened to me. I remember going to Tokyo. And busy...
How many little Asian women wanted to take your photo?
No. There was
Creepier.
a team where we were coming back from a meeting and whatnot, and I was checking my phone trying to figure out where the hell we're gonna go, and these two little kids, grade schoolers, bump into me, and they go, oh, Superman said, they look up because they're expecting to see someone about right here, and I was here
Yeah.
to them. They go up, and they run away screaming, Gojira!
Oh, dude, I thought they
I was just like, holy fuck, this is happening?
like I said, I thought they were gonna say you were Totoro.
I would have been fine with Totoro. But Gojira, so at that point, after my laugh, I was like, fuck it. I started chasing
Dude,
him.
I would. I told you I would easily, because you said there is that thing that you have to do TohoCon. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, let me know. I will go.
Not that Toho, but yes.
Yeah, no, I told you, it's like I will dress in my Godzilla onesie and just get a friend to dress up like the fucking pagoda and just chase him around, just like trying to fury swipe at him.
The slow motion.
Yeah. Just carry around like a small thing that just plays that Godzilla theme, that bum ba ba ba.
Oh god, that'd be hilarious.
Carry a thing.
I
of
may have to make this happen.
Just carry a thing of Axe body spray and a lighter. Just lean back. Like you do.
Oh god, that's fucking amazing.
Side tangent though. Sword in the Stone. But no, like Sword in the Stone, like you can't be that surprised this is happening.
No.
Because when I first saw this, my first thought was, this is Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah.
We're gonna take something childish and light, and we're going to
Dark
make it dark and gritty.
I hate those two freaking words.
you know, it'll be something like I wouldn't say Patrick Stewart, but some like famous old guy coming in playing Merlin,
Yeah.
and some young actor just coming in and playing, you know, instead of Arthur being like a 12-year-old, he's gonna look like he's almost 18. Some fucker from some MTV movie.
Yeah.
He's still one of those fuckers from Maze Runner.
Well, let's talk about the next one, which I think is the one we're gonna cringe at. Tinkerbell.
Look, I'm not gonna cringe over Tinkerbell because it's one of those things I can blatantly know I have no intention of seeing this movie. It's not ruining anything for me because I'm old school hating Tinkerbell. I've never liked her.
Okay.
The closest I've gotten to liking her is when I actually read the book and found out she did nothing but curse.
Yep.
Like, that was their way of getting around cursing. It was like, Ting showed up, and it's like, oh, you just called Wendy a silly ass. What?
Yeah.
Oh, and then she died at the end of the book.
That's why in the Disney version it was like, we're just gonna make her mute.
Well, no, she was mute in the book, too. Like, I think Peter Pan had to, like, translate for her. Like, I don't think she spoke.
I don't know. The fact that you have Reese Witherspoon gonna be playing
So she's
the
not
role.
without her spoon?
No, she is not Witherspoon. Directed by McGee.
That's the seal of approval right there.
Yeah.
But see, all it says is written by the guy who did Friday Night Lights. I have to wonder if it's the show or the movie. Or the actual book.
That's a big difference.
Like I said, it was a book, then a movie, then a TV show. Movie, kind of okay, didn't really care for it. TV show was awesome. Well, the first few seasons, then it kind of trailed off for obvious reasons.
The only saving grace for this one that I can see right now, and the very minimum amount of information we have,
McGee.
is, well, not even that, is that it's going to probably have some sort of feels attached to it because the script is written by the same person who's writing Finding Dory. So, you have some Pixar alum in this, you have a shot.
Maybe.
Yeah. Pinocchio, live action. They've done this before. We don't need this again. But,
Yeah, man, just show us the Jonathan Taylor Thomas one again.
yeah. Especially for the sole fact that this is yet another one that you have two different production houses working on the exact same movie. You know, we have the Jungle Book coming out from WB and Disney. We have another...
The Warner Brothers one has Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, exactly. Warner Bros. Has a Pinocchio version in...
Dude, this is a Tombstone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those of you who don't know what I'm referencing, Hollywood likes doing this thing where it releases two of the same movie, and one is always infinitely better. Like back in the day, there was Tombstone and Wyatt Earp. Eventually, there was Deep Impact and Armageddon. There was
Bugs Life and Ants.
Ants was god awful.
Yes, it was.
Maybe that's why people like Bugs Life so much. It's like, you could have seen the movie Ants. You have Woody Allen being a weird ass ant. But yeah, that's something that's been Prestige and The Illusionist.
The Illusionist, yeah.
But Hollywood's been doing this for a while, so it looks like this is the same thing. Except Warner Brothers is the one that's going to be better.
Disney's already announced they're working on not one but two live-action adaptations based on Aladdin. So, yes and no. The thing is, though, how...
The live-action aspect just seems really creepy.
You really don't need it, though. So...
Written and directed by Damian Shannon and Mark Swift. What did they mention as Freddy vs. Jason? Yeah, those are the two dudes you want making a kid's movie.
But then, you have this one. Prince Charming is getting his own live-action movie. Reasons? Because reasons. Matt Fogel has written a script for this one and describes it as it's the perspective of Prince Charming's non-famous brother who, quote-unquote, never lived up to the family name.
I can only hope his parents gave him an ironic nickname. Like, oh yeah, why can't you be like your brother Charming? Hope he just has like some clownish name. Like Donald Trump. Or something else is equally goofy.
I do have to say, though, that we were getting a lot of this information from the website io9.com. And for each of these movie announcements, they gave the odds of whether or not it's going to be good or not. For the odds for Prince Charming, it's infinite to 1. There's other ones like the live action for Genie. The odds are going to be, 2 to 1. Pinocchio, 1 to 1 that Warner Bros. Is going to win. Yeah, for Sword in the Stone, they just said odds are kill it with fire.
Nothing like a good cleansing fire.
Oh god, things we don't need.
So much steampunk is going to be involved in those movies. You know that, right?
You know it's going to happen, whether or not we want it to or not. Some other Disney stuff real quick. Disney will not be happy until they have a franchise that they can use are based on every single one of their major attractions at the Disneyland Resort.
I know Entourage, the show Entourage made the joke, but I'm really surprised they haven't tried to do one for Matterhorn.
They will eventually.
I don't doubt that, but of all the things, I'm amazed that one hasn't been done yet.
They have to see how Everest does first.
Oh, dude. Could you imagine if they just did Left for Speed, or Need for Speed, but just replace that with just Autotopia?
The Autotopia, that would... Yeah.
Just a weird racing movie.
Yeah, they already have things like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. They're not going to make a movie out of it just yet. They started off with a comic series.
Did they?
They've tried before with the Haunted Mansion. And
they're trying again.
And they're trying again. But I have better hopes for the second time around.
Benicio del Toro, a man who's already made shit. It's like, what the fuck is in that man's brain?
Yeah. You mean Guillermo del Toro.
There you go.
Yeah.
But you look at Guillermo del Toro and you look at his shit, it's like, how much acid did you drop while writing this script? Like, 'cause it seems like a lot.
Well, yeah.
Because a lot of his visuals are very Terry Gilliam-ish, where it's like, that's trippy as balls.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Again.
Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth, any of the Hellboy movies, Pacific Rim.
I like those, though.
No, they're all enjoyable movies. That's why we're excited.
But they're all out there,
It's why we're excited, but some of the visuals he does, it's like, that looks like something you doodle in, like, a fever dream of like, eating too many Disco biscuits.
Yeah. But then there's this one. Disney is actually moving forward with a live-action movie based on the Jungle Cruise attraction, starring The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
I'm sorry, The Rock seems delightful. Like, he's made shits like The Tooth Fairy and whatever little kid-friendly movies, and that really bad movie with Marky Mark.
Oh, yeah. Pain and Gain or something like that?
Yeah, Pain and Gain.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, The Rock, he just seems like that guy.
He's a delightful person.
Yeah. If you're out there, Rock, come on. Let's go have a beer or 5 and eat some nachos. You'd seem like you'd be a fun guy to hang out with.
Yeah. I just find it funny that when you go on the Jungle Cruise, you see all these skinny, scrawny people reciting the same script over and over and over again. And then you have The Rock,
No, you don't. Everyone knows if you're going to ride Jungle Cruise, you ride it about half an hour before the park closes.
Because then they can do whatever the hell they want.
Because at that point, most of them don't care. They're just like, so, look at that guy. He's a headhunter, ladies. It's like, that joke was not appropriate at all, but you're like, I respect what you did there.
Yeah. I mean, there's always the classic, legend of the Jungle Cruise operative who was going to be fired, and decided on one day, which he decided was going to be his last day, to run into the Aladdin stage show during the performance, and decided to run on stage in the Indiana Jones outfit, whip included, everything, grab the lamp and go, "This thing belongs in a museum," and bolts from the location. He has Disney security chasing him through the park, both on the premises, in the back lot, so he can get onto Harbor Boulevard and rush out.
I think that's an easy enough escape route.
Quite possible.
I mean, literally, you can go straight across. I mean, Harbor Point might be an issue, but you're already there at basically Harbor anyways.
Yeah.
At that point, just fucking run to like Captain Kids or something else back there.
Yeah, true. Once you get across the street and get to one of those locations, they can't touch you. Yeah. So.
Oh, they have your information, so they could probably easily.
Easily, yeah. I spent all my energy trying to escape these people. Let me go home. Cops are sitting right there. Sup?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Yeah. But, yeah. Jungle Cruise movie is in the works, starring The Rock.
I might watch it on Redbox or more likely cable when I'm bored and drunk.
I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with it.
I respect The Rock enough. Not enough to watch any of the Fast and Furious movies, but this maybe. But that's on you.
Yeah, I know. But you did turn me on to the trailer for the upcoming Victor Frankenstein movie.
Oh, dude, that looks good.
It does look really good. I'm surprised I haven't heard about this before. You've made mention of this to me before, but I never sat down and watched anything of it.
Well, because, dude, this came out, like, just this week. Like, it hasn't been out that long.
But I was surprised. Like, usually I pick stuff up, very quick. Mm-hmm. And you were like, yeah, the new Victor Frankenstein movie. I'm like, I've had too many Frankenstein movies that are a failure to me, so yeah, I'll skip on it. And then we sit down before we record this and watch this, and I'm going, yeah, I want to watch this movie.
Yeah. Like, it seems like there's probably the perfect amount of smartass and everything in it.
See, this is what happens when Fox focuses on something that they know they can do, not do superhero movies.
You say that, but Deadpool.
Deadpool's going to be the fluke.
X-Men First Class.
I didn't like that all that much.
I liked it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There were some things I went into it like, okay, that's cool. But a lot of it was like, no, it didn't fit for me. But that's just me. Just give Fantastic Four back to Marvel. But anyways.
Give it to Axel Braun. Don't give it to Axel Braun.
To wrap things up for this episode, last episode we talked about, in a recent Reddit AMA, Ronda Rousey made the mention that she would like to, she wouldn't mind playing Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
And the internet blew up.
Well, no, is that how it started? I remember someone made the comment that she should do it.
It was in an AMA.
And then she was all on board.
Yep.
And then I try to remember if that's what happened. Because I remember someone made the comments like she'd be perfect. She heard about it. She goes, I would love to do that. Yeah,
she said that during AMA. And since then, a number of people in Hollywood has come out and said, you know what? I'm all for it. She should be perfect for it. A lot of fans are saying, she'd be perfect for it. Also, a number of other fans are actually creating fan art of Ronda Rousey as Captain Marvel.
Justifiably so.
And she's been posting some of those things on her Instagram account. And I have to say, after, reading some of these, these people talking about her, being cast as this, or possibly cast as this, and seeing some of the fan art, I know we said last week, I was like, I'm not sure she would. The more and more I look at it, and the more I read about it, I think, yeah, she would be a great casting fit for it.
Again, she's absolutely gorgeous. Even though it's just fan art, I can't look away.
Yeah.
Especially that one right there that looks like someone painted it on the side of their lowrider. How fuzzy it is.
Airbrush.
It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I think she'd be badass in that. She definitely has the body for it. She's acted before, so... Marvel's already made the announcement they're going to be making a Captain Marvel movie,
yeah.
But they haven't announced any casting announcements.
Well, no, I'm basically laughing because one of the articles at the bottom just says Bryce Dallas Howard wants to play Captain Marvel.
Not going to happen.
Just don't put her in anything. Just don't do it.
Yeah. There are some people who should just really not be in front of a camera, but
I mean, she's probably not a bad actress, but I mean, the few things I've seen her in was Spider-Man 3, 50-50, and Jurassic World.
Yeah. Though, I guess there is one good thing that came out of it. Colin Trevorrow, who directed Jurassic World, has been announced that he's directing a Star Wars movie. Not one of the anthologies, but an actual Star Wars movie. One
of, like, the rumored, like, Han Solo ones, or one of the, No, I'm not saying that one specifically, but I'm just... One of the spin-offy ones.
He's not doing one of the spin-offy ones.
Oh, one of, like, the legit ones?
I think he was announced for episode 9.
9? Like, they're already going that far ahead with shit?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, because I know they announced Benicio del Toro was going to be... See, I got it right this time. They had announced that he was going to be the bad guy for 8.
For 8, yeah. Which, I can see that happening. That'd be great. But yes, he's been announced as the director for Star Wars Episode 9. Officially.
Yeah.
So, we shall see what happens with that.
Just saying, Chris Pratt is young Han Solo. Chris Pratt and all the things.
Chris Pratt is Han Solo. Chris Pratt is Indiana Jones. He already does, great work as Jason Quill, or Peter Jason Quill.
You're just excited to say Jason.
Jason's doing well, and he's not a slasher. That's just me, though. All right, everybody. That is going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for hanging out as always. We'll be back next week for another episode. You're going to pour
I was going to pour it, and there was like, I'll just drink from the flask.
Pour it real quick.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there you go.
We're being super classy today. I brought Jameson in a flask.
On a side note, the new PC is up and running now, so these should be up on the website in a much more
girthy, amazing ass shots.
speedy fashion. Oh my god,
That is a double.
that is a good shot right there.
Yeah, that's
So-
actually about right, because a shot is an ounce and a half. This thing carries 6 ounces.
So it's about 3, so alright. So yeah, thanks for watching for Geeks and Drinks. I'm Jason.
Jordan.
Cheers,
Internet.
Internet.